Tell me, have you ever had to fear for the safety of your home? Have you ever had cause to believe it would be taken from you? Because I have. And believe me when I say it's the purest terror I've ever known. You don't have to agree with me. You can think to yourself that these creatures are not like you and me, that they don't feel pain, or sorrow, or have loved ones to protect. You can walk away convinced you're in the right. I won't stop you. Just remember this. Whether through inaction or indifference, that blood is on your hands. Never let yourself believe no one will notice.
Well, that was, something. At least now we know what it would be like if the Zodiac Killer joined the Audubon Society.
Fun for the whole family.
Oh, great. Here we go again.
We recommend the lush, elegant, and, dare we say it, monstrously regal Transcontinental Hotel.
No, we really don't.
We have plenty of bridgeside towns that feeture fine dining and hourly entertainment.
Careful now. You don't want to be on the wrong side of the fight when Skynet wakes up.
Oh, yeah. I was just,
Trying to what? Test out the age-old technique of trying to break something instead of fix it?
Do you think you can do any better?
I don't think I can. I know I can.
Right. Well, I could use some breakfast anyway. Kate?
Yeah?
There's something I have to tell you. Well, all of you.
Oh, this isn't the mess hall?
Nope. Wrong level.
I can't believe I messed that up. You gave us such a detailed tour the other night.
You know, I can't believe it either.
You'd think I'd have a better sense of the place. After all, your broadcasts
Are full of stories that I also tell at dinner. I'll bring you to the galley.
But-
Breakfast!
Okay then. Guess I'll take a look at...
Congratulations on beginning your journey across the Transcontinental Bridge.
Edo, what the
She
hell?
went to breakfast. I'm trying to fix it.
Your vehicular excursion of over 3,500 miles.
Have you tried resetting the system?
I'm in the process.
And any other difficulties you may encounter.
Having some trouble there?
Unbelievable.
Sorry?
Your, travel companion is down in the galley.
Great!
Congratulations on beginning your journey across the Transcontinental Bridge.
This is the broadcast room, right?
Yes, and you're not authorized to be there. So if you'd kindly report down to the galley, you'll find a warm, hearty breakfast waiting for you.
Do you need me to show you how to get there?
Oh no, I remember.
We hope you're ready for quite the adventure on the Transcontinental Bridge.
All right, that's it. I'm coming up to help you.
No, that's totally not necessary.
I'll leave you to it.
Thanks.
Congratulations on beginning your journey across the...
Finally.
There's nothing uncommon about seeing abandoned things along the bridge. It's not unlike the mainland in that way.
There has to be a way to turn this off.
What the hell is that?
Nothing.
It sounded like Etta not doing her job. Am I wrong?
It wouldn't be the first time.
What was that?
It wouldn't be the first time you were wrong, sir.
Just get that thing fixed.
Yes, sir.
Right. I should check on our visitors.
Any ETA on when they're leaving?
As soon as you get that car fixed.
Which is impossible, since it's in the middle of the Atlantic. Honestly, it's like you don't even listen to me. I'm a travel agent, not Jacques Cousteau.
Unfortunately, that might be the quickest option we've got. I'm still waiting on approval to loan them a new car.
You mean those lemons we have stored on Submare 1?
Oh, come on. It's nobody's fault that their car plunged into the ocean.
I wouldn't be too sure about that. They seem a little too excited about getting the lay of the land.
You're probably right. I've already put the word out about our new guest in case... Well, in case. Make sure everything that needs to be locked down is, and that Bertie and Etta aren't telling any stories that might be too revealing. And when you see our new visitors, treat them kindly, 'cause you never know.
How they'll repay the favor. Yeah. Why don't you check on them? I've got everything under control up here.
Call over if you need anything.
Now, where were we?
Fine dining and hourly entertainment.
You're listening to The Bridge.
And that's why hydrangeas are better than roses.
That's very interesting.
I know.
So, Etta, I'm a big fan of your broadcast.
Really? Really? How long have you been listening?
Quite some time. Percy was flipping through the stations, getting nothing but static, per usual, you know. And we were quite surprised to find your voice amid the endless pit of nothingness out there.
There are still 15 watchtowers in use. How'd you run across so much static?
I guess we didn't know where to look. All we had to do was change our approach slightly, and poof, there you were.
Yeah, there I was. So you think traffic reports are fascinating, don't you?
Pardon?
The traffic reports that I give every day.
Oh, I wasn't talking about those drab little things. I meant the stories.
The stories?
Yeah, you know, the voices, that mansion with the 12 ghosts.
13.
Aqualand.
It was a terrible idea.
I just don't know where we'd be without any of those stories. Truly, they're the highlight of my day.
So, you live on the bridge?
Well, no, not exactly.
Then how do you hear those stories? Any signals we have access to are exclusive
You
to...
know, there's this little thing called the internet. Some guy posts all of your transmissions to this website. That's where we first heard you.
And we were extremely excited when we got on the bridge and could listen to you ourselves.
Wait, someone's leaking at his broadcasts?
Yep. He calls into the show sometimes. I think his name is...
Frank.
Frank?
Sometimes when I choose to discuss the bridge's folklore instead of...
Doing your job.
Right, instead of doing my job, Oh, hey, Roger, didn't hear you come in ever. What's going on? Birdie, did you know the comm system wasn't working?
Hey, Roger, if you head over to the galley, I made some delicious scrambled eggs.
I don't want eggs. I want to know what exactly you've been sending out to the world.
World is such an overstatement. It's probably more like 5 people. And Frank.
Don't even get me started on Frank.
Honestly, that's how I feel about him most days.
And you. Did you have any idea this was happening?
Oh, that's why you always told us those stories at dinner.
It's how I knew something would be good enough to use on air. Remember that one time I told that story about the creepy music in Aqualand and it gave you nightmares?
Do I need to remind you that everything that happens on the station is confidential? That if even the slightest hint of our business gets out, we could... I have to go.
What was that about?
I'm sorry. I have to excuse myself. Birdie, can you...
Of course.
Was it something we said?
Why is this so difficult? At least I can find any glitches to this room.
Can I say something? I am just the biggest admirer of your work.
Sure. Always happy to meet a fan.
I'll bet you don't hear that very often, do you? No one likes a spoil sport.
Oh, God. If you're going to kill me, Freud, could you hurry up and do it?
Don't be crass. We're just talking. That's all.
I mean, yeah, I'm not the most popular kid at the dance, if that's what you're asking.
It's just so predictable, you know? We're all far too old for ghost stories, but no one wants to hear that.
Ghost stories bore me.
Is that so?
Plenty to be scared of in my own backyard.
Vet. It's a vet, right? If you're willing to accept a critique. I don't know that you give your ghosts enough credit.
What kind of credit should I be giving them?
Listen, here's the truth of it. Everyone who once owned this house is now gone. The spirits of the unquiet dead, never here. Lights off, no one's home. But they don't tell the story of Pain Manor just to pass the time. It's comfort. It's stability. It's wrapping uncertainty in a neat little package for consumption. It means that when you see a flutter at the curtains or a figure in the doorway, you don't wonder who it is, do you? You think you already know.
It is a nice little story, isn't it? Yours?
Now. Just this once. Try not to spoil the fun. It makes you think, doesn't it? I wonder what stories they'll tell about you.
What exactly have you been broadcasting?
Nothing that would compromise us.
That doesn't answer the question.
I wouldn't do anything to put Bob in danger, okay? Despite what you might think, I take this part of my job very seriously.
Then why have you discussed our daily business so publicly?
I talk about the bridge's history, the stories that we live with every day, because maybe, just maybe, it'll drum up interest in this place again. It's my home just as much as yours, and
We didn't go back to our normal room. Instead, she led me down the hallway. I remember the path. Left, right, down the stairs, through a set of doors I'd been forbidden to go to, and then...
What the hell is that?
No, I have to get back to level 2 to fix this. This shouldn't be possible.
I didn't know it at the time, but my mother... She must have known something was going to happen that night, because she hid me in a place that only the staff knew about.
Edo? What the hell is going on?
How many times have you searched for an answer only to hope that something will intervene and provide your kids with a much-needed distraction? Well, you can stop hoping right now because Aqualand is here to save the day. It's only a short drive away from checkpoint 11.
When I woke up, I was in a ship's cargo hold. I stumbled up the steps, and a very startled captain asked me where my mother was. I had no idea what to tell him. That was 15 years ago, and the answer to that question still hasn't changed. Yet.
Oh, isn't that just heartbreaking? A little girl lost, alone, abandoned, and by someone who was supposed to love her.
She's in my broadcasting room.
Now, let's just see what happened after that scared little girl found her way again.
My name, my real name, is Henrietta. Henrietta Perrault. My mother was the Transcontinental Hotel's lead concierge. She was taken from me on the same night the rest of her staff and all those guests disappeared. I know she's still out there. And I will go through every story about this bridge. I will search every drop of water in this ocean until I find her.
Henrietta. Such a nice name.
What are you doing?
Cutting out the middleman. Henrietta? Henrietta, darling, we have your florist.
And your sassy mechanic.
We know where you are.
It's time to stop hiding.
Meet us in the broadcasting room in 5 minutes.
Or your friends are taking a nice trip out the window.
No.
Nope. Where do you think you're going?
Were you listening to the same thing I was? We have to help them.
They can take care of themselves. We need to make sure everything is sealed up down here before we start preparing for trouble.
Bob will be fine. Even if they manage to get down here, do you honestly think they stand a fraction of a chance?
We need a plan. We can't just go barging in there because you've seen too many action movies. Put the hero complex aside and work with me for once.
Fine. What do you think we should do?
Exactly what they want us to. We'll turn ourselves in. Kind of.
You truly are the greatest genius of our age.
Just listen. We need to get them out of here, and I think I have a way to do it.
If this backfires, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Duly noted.
If my friends get hurt...
I know. Consider my ass kicked.
We sounded so threatening. I'm impressed.
All that practice really paid off.
Should we answer it?
Maybe they'll just go away.
Could be the boss.
She wouldn't be calling on an unsecure line.
Maybe we should just...
Yeah. Hello?
Who are you?
I'm one of the new co-hosts.
As am I.
Alright, I'm gonna call Shenanigans on that one. I know you're not supposed to be in there.
Now, whatever gave you that idea?
Dada told me. Now put her on. I have something important to tell her.
Unfortunately, she's a bit occupied at the moment.
You're Frank, right? She's told us so much about you.
In fact, we were looking forward to your call.
She wanted to be here to introduce us to you.
I'm sure she'll be heartbroken that she missed you.
Oh. Well, I guess I can tell you then.
Well?
I won't be around for a few days. Our annual hunt is starting up, and I'll be traveling a lot.
And that's important. How? I mean, that's so sad. I'm sure you'll be missed.
I feel like the show's quality always declines when I'm not around to fact check it, you know?
Oh, we do. We really do. We'll be sure to give Etta your regards. She should be joining us shortly.
Good. Thanks so much for your help.
Oh, no. Thank you.
It looks like those 5 minutes is up.
And they're still not here. What a shame.
All right. We'll turn ourselves in if you tell us what you want.
That sort of information comes at a price.
And if you don't get here soon, that price will be a life.
If we get there and they've been hurt at all,
You'll what? Send your big scary monster chasing after us?
I'd like to see you try. You cowards just keep those majestic creatures locked up all the time.
When they should really be in the ocean, where they belong.
You know, Roger, that sounds like such a noble cause.
Oh, the noblest. There's just one problem with that plan.
One very big problem.
Wanna tell the folks at home what it is?
Of course. You see, Bob is quite partial to Kate and Bertie, and I'm afraid our... how did you phrase it? Majestic creature doesn't take well to threats of any kind.
So consider this your warning.
Let our friends go, or your friends won't be able to find you. Ever again.
Sounds like a challenge.
Well then, may the best team win.
Thank you so much for listening to The Bridge. This episode was written by Alex Brown and Rebecca Mahoney. It features, in order of appearance, Rebecca Mahoney as the mysterious voice, Alex Brown as Etta, Sarah Grover as the Welcome Brigade, Liz Hull as Kate, Danielle Wood as Nora, Chris Martin as Roger, James Turner as Percy, David Piccarello as Bertie, Stephanie Wiggum as Yvette, and Salim Razawi as Frank. Oh, that's a lot of people. The accompaniment to one of our flashback recordings was composed by the one person I'll never run out of superlatives for, Sarah Fairchild. Our compelling theme song and the chilling 1930s-ish accompaniment featured during our opening speech were composed by the equally compelling, but hopefully not as chilling, Jake Hull. This episode was edited and mixed by Alex Brown. A lot, emphasis on a lot, of our sound effects for this episode were provided by Dead Signals, creators of the Archive 81 and the Deep Vault podcasts. Seriously, thanks for those sounds. Looking for more totally awesome podcasts? We recommend Ars Paradoxica and Jim Robbie and the Wanderers. Want to help Frank become internet famous? Visit our website at thebridgepod.com, where he may or may not be streaming at his broadcasts. You can also find us on Twitter at bridge_podcast and on Facebook and Tumblr. Please rate and review us on iTunes or whatever podcasting app you happen to be listening to us on. And feel free to email us at watchtower10reports@gmail.com. It's kind of a long address, but if you go to our website and click on the little mail icon, it'll lead you right to it. Thank you once again for listening to The Bridge. We have recently had a couple of birthdays on the show, so happy, maybe belated, maybe not, who knows, birthday to Danielle and Salim. In honor of said birthdays, I give perhaps the greatest gift of all, an outtake from our very own Danielle Wood.
Yeah, you know, the voices, the mansion, that... shit.
You can just go again.
I can just go again.
Yeah.